Every day. Without realizing it, we fight a battle we were never trained for. It doesn't come from the outside world, no. It's much closer. It's the quiet whisper when your alarm goes off telling you, 5 more minutes. It's the small voice after a failure that says, maybe you're just not good enough. It's the hesitation before a risk, the one that convinces you to stay small. Stay safe. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're under attack from a part of yourself you were never taught to defend against, your own mind. The real enemy? It's not the obstacles out there. It's the story playing on repeat inside. Because your mind isn't wired for growth by default. It's wired for comfort, for fear, for survival. But comfort doesn't lead to greatness. Fear doesn't lead to freedom. And survival, that's not the same as living. Here's the hard truth. The life you want, the clarity, the strength, the peace, will never come from controlling the world. It will only come when you learn to master the battlefield inside. No one is born unstoppable. It's something you build, one thought at a time, one choice at a time. Maybe it's time you stop fighting yourself. Maybe it's time you rewired your mind, before it wires you into a life you don't even recognize. Let's talk about that. Most people think the mind is their ally. They believe it's on their side, working to protect them, guide them, make good decisions. But the truth is, your mind is an expert manipulator. It's not designed to make you powerful. It's designed to keep you comfortable. And comfort is the slowest form of death. Every morning when your alarm rings, you're not fighting the world. You're fighting the small voice in your head whispering, 5 more minutes won't hurt. But here's the thing, those 5 minutes become a habit. And that habit becomes a belief. And that belief quietly shapes your life. Not all at once, slowly. Until one day you wake up and realize, you're living a life you never consciously chose. You thought you were free. But you're still a puppet, dancing to the silent commands of fear, doubt, and excuses. Freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you feel like. It comes from recognizing the mind's games and choosing differently. When you hit snooze, you're sending a silent message to yourself. I'm not strong enough. I can't trust myself. Repeat that enough times, and you start to believe it. But the first step to becoming unstoppable isn't massive. It's small. It's quiet. It's that single moment you notice the mind's trap and say, no. No to the voice that says you can't. No to the easy way out. No to the story that you're not enough. That, no, small as it seems, is the crack where the light gets in. Because mastery doesn't start when you win. It starts when you wake up to the fact that you're being played, and you refuse to play along anymore. This isn't a war against the world. It's not even a war against your mind. It's a war against the lies you've been told, and the lies you've believed. And every time you choose awareness over autopilot, you take back a piece of yourself the world told you to forget. Life has a way of testing you when you least expect it. Failure doesn't knock politely. It kicks the door open. It throws you down and dares you to get back up. But here's the truth most people never hear. Falling isn't the enemy. Staying down is. When a baby giraffe is born, it falls almost 6 feet straight to the ground. No gentle hands, no soft landings. And its mother? She doesn't cuddle it. She nudges it, kicks it, forces it to struggle, until it stands on its own. Because in the wild, staying down means dying. Humans aren't much different. We fall. Through failures. Through heartbreak. Through the wreckage of our own mistakes. The question isn't, will you fall? The question is, will you rise? It's easy to see failure as a full stop. But what if it's just a comma? What if it's just a redirection? Not a rejection? Think of Howard Schultz, the man behind Starbucks. Born in poverty, rejected by investors hundreds of times. He didn't see each no as a wall. He saw it as a test of how badly he wanted it. Or Michael Jordan, cut from his high school basketball team. Instead of giving up, he showed up to the gym every morning before sunrise, training alone. With no applause, no audience. Greatness isn't built when you succeed. It's built when no one is watching. It's built in the lonely hours when quitting looks so much easier. But failure, it's not just about falling. It's about how you choose to see the fall. Do you see it as proof you're not enough? Or proof you're being refined? Fear works the same way. It shows up dressed as caution, whispering, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you're not ready. But here's the secret. You'll never feel fully ready. Not for the things that matter. Not for the moments that could change your life. Fear doesn't disappear when you wait. It grows. Leo, a product expert, once refused every opportunity to be on camera. Afraid he'd stumble, afraid he'd look foolish. Until one day, someone told him, "We don't need you to be perfect. We need you to be real." The first time, he shook. The second time, he stumbled less. The third time, he spoke like he was having a conversation. People don't connect to perfection. They connect to realness. And you? You're not here to impress. You're here to impact. Fear is a test. Failure is a teacher. And both are necessary if you ever want to stop existing and start truly living. The moment you stop fearing failure is the moment you start moving. Not because the fear is gone, but because you finally realize the life you want is on the other side of it. Worry feels productive. It tricks you into thinking that if you stress hard enough, somehow you're fixing the problem. But worrying is just the mind's way of keeping you stuck, trapped in a loop of fear, panic, and overthinking. Here's a truth that doesn't get said enough. If a problem can be solved, there's no need to worry. And if it can't be solved, worrying won't make it go away. Simple, but not easy. When something unexpected happens, a bad review, a canceled plan, a financial hit, our first instinct is to spiral. The mind loves spirals. It feeds on worst-case scenarios and what-ifs. But ask yourself, will panic fix this? Will sleepless nights and tight fists move you closer to a solution? Or are you just tightening your own chains? You don't have to control everything to have peace. You only have to control one thing: how you respond. The mind wants control over the uncontrollable. But peace comes when you draw a line. Here's what I can fix. Here's what I must release. Imagine you're standing in a storm. You can't stop the rain. But you can choose whether to stand there angry, soaking wet, or take shelter, wait it out, and move forward when the sky's clear. That's what letting go looks like. And when you let go of what's out of your hands, you create space for gratitude. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's noticing what's right even when everything feels wrong. It's the small wins, the unexpected smile from a stranger, the meal that fills you after a long day, the friend who texts just to check in. Your mind can't focus on fear and gratitude at the same time. It has to choose. And the more you practice gratitude, the more you rewire your brain to seek what's good, even in the middle of what's hard. Because life isn't about avoiding the storm. It's about learning to dance in the rain. It's about realizing that you're stronger than your circumstances. And that sometimes, the real flex isn't holding on tighter. It's knowing when to let go. Buong bo, not giving up. Letting go of what was never yours to carry in the first place. That's where freedom begins. You can't fix what you won't face. And most people spend their whole lives trying to fix the outside. New jobs, new relationships, new distractions, thinking if they just change enough external things, they'll finally feel different inside. But real change isn't cosmetic. It's internal. And it starts when you face the uncomfortable truths about yourself. Truth like, you can't control other people. You can't control outcomes. You can't control how life unfolds. What you can control is how you show up. How you choose to live when things don't go your way. That's why real strength doesn't look like force. It looks like resilience. It looks like calm in the middle of chaos. It's not the loudest person in the room who's in control. It's the one who doesn't need to prove anything at all. And here's where it gets deeper. Science can tell you how to live longer. Spirituality tells you why life is worth living. We need both. We need the discipline of science, knowing how much sleep we need. What habits build health? What practices sharpen focus? But without meaning, discipline becomes a cage. Without purpose, success feels hollow. When you align the precision of science with the depth of your soul, you become something rare. You become someone who isn't just existing. You're living with clarity, direction, and intention. You stop chasing the next thing because you finally understand. What you have inside is already enough. You're not here to win at someone else's race. You're here to run your own. And comparison? It's a poison disguised as motivation. No one's path looks like yours. No one's battles are yours to fight. When you stop comparing, you start seeing what you're really capable of. Seeing the quiet strength you carry, the abilities you haven't even touched yet because you were too busy looking sideways. Here's the hard truth. Most people never reach their potential. Not because they're not talented, but because they don't believe in themselves long enough to find out what's possible. Talent is just a seed. Belief is the water. Action is the sunlight. You don't grow by thinking about it. You grow by starting, by stepping forward even when you're unsure, unready, and scared. And when it comes to people, the way you see others says everything about the state of your own mind. If you only see flaws, maybe it's because you're still judging yourself. If you only see competition, maybe it's because you're still insecure. But when you start seeing the good, the effort, the struggle, the humanity, you're not just changing how you see them. You're cleansing your own mind. The real journey isn't out there. It's in here. And every time you choose growth over fear, love over judgment, action over excuses, you become a little more unstoppable. The battle was never outside. It was always within. Your mind, the same mind that doubts you, delays you, distracts you, can also be your greatest ally. If you choose to rewire it. Not overnight, not with one motivational video, but day by day, choice by choice, small shift by small shift. Mastering your mind isn't about becoming fearless. It's about walking forward with fear still whispering in your ear, and choosing to move anyway. It's about waking up, not perfect, but present, not unbreakable, but unshakable. The life you want won't be handed to you. It will be built inside you. And maybe, you don't need to change the world. Maybe you just need to change how you see yourself moving through it. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're not behind. You're becoming. And becoming is messy. It's uncertain, but it's worth it. So if this hit you, if it made you pause, comment below, share your thoughts, subscribe if you're ready to rebuild from the inside out. You're stronger than you think.